Welcome to this lecture on the brief survey of qualitative and quantitative research techniques in communication policy and planning. Today, we will explore and review how these techniques play a part in crafting and assessing effective communication policies and plans. Communication policy and planning are really vital and needed for regulating how information is distributed, circulated, and utilized in the organizations of people. Let's start with qualitative research technique. These research methods offer a profound knowledge and realization of human actions, practices, and life experiences. Detailed comprehension, techniques like interviews, focus group discussions, and case studies provide researchers with comprehensive understanding regarding the behavior and experiences of individuals and groups. Related takes. Qualitative research allows policymakers to obtain information about the cultural, social, and economic components that form and affect communication practices. Openness and responsiveness. These techniques are adaptable, allowing researchers to refine their strategies as new issues and trends develop. Now let's look at quantitative research techniques on the other hand. These methods provide statistical data that can be systematically analyzed for significant numerical findings. Quantifiable and applicable data. Surveys, experiments, and statistical analysis provide quantifiable data that can be applied to broader populations. Fact-based approach. Quantitative method reduces biases or partialities, which secures consistent and valid data that support evidence-based results. Extensive analysis. This technique supports the analysis that involves a wide scope or complexity of public opinion and behavior. Combining the qualitative and quantitative techniques would provide an all-inclusive approach to communication policy and planning. Complete comprehension. Qualitative method provides qualitative and perspective, while quantitative method offers extensiveness and generalized applicability. Enriched policy improvement. Utilizing both approaches assures policies are well-structured and data-based. Enhanced assessment and adjustment. Qualitative data describe the why behind statistics, which can facilitate the interpretation of quantitative results and make policies better for efficient and successful outcomes. In summary, the significance of qualitative and quantitative research techniques in communication policy and planning lies in the complementary strengths. By leveraging both approaches, policymakers can develop, implement, and evaluate communication strategies that are effective, inclusive, and responsive to the needs of the public. In conclusion, the vitality and functionality of qualitative and quantitative research techniques in communication policy and planning originates from the capability to make up for one another. By integrating both techniques, policymakers can generate, implement, and evaluate communication strategies that are not only efficient but also inclusive and in response to the public's needs. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video and participate in the lecture. I hope you gain a richer understanding of how these research methods contribute to the formulation of effective communication policies and strategies.